You're gonna love this. You're listening to the Invested Podcast with Terry Cornella. That's it.
I think you got it this time.
And Connor Davis.
This is take number 37.
Take number 37. So close.
Yeah, Tyler's not here today again, but I think we'll make it. We'll manage.
We're gonna be okay.
We're gonna manage.
We'll figure it out.
What are we doing on this episode?
We're gonna be talking about the ghost slate of summer movies. When I say ghost slate, I mean how it's like kind of ethereal, kind of intangible.
Oh wow, big words.
Yeah,
yeah, we're good. The best and worst of summer movies. The summer season, and then we're gonna talk about The Last Jedi, or we're gonna do that before that actually.
The Last Jedi. We're
gonna talk about the trailer that came out months ago, but we're gonna kind of.
Was it really months ago?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
A couple months. It's been a couple months. But we're going to start with news. I have a couple things. The news. Obi Wan solo film. Have you heard about that?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
Obi Wan Kenobi.
Like, is he a baby?
No, I don't. The plot hasn't been at all discussed. But Stephen Daldry. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's done. He's the director. Hang on, I'm going to look him up.
I think I saw somebody on Reddit was like, "Oh, this guy."
He's done Billy Elliot, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
Oh, so he's going to be a kid. Because those are movies about children.
About children.
Yeah. So Obi Wan as a child.
A couple other movies I don't recognize, like The Hours and The Reader.
When he lived on Naboo. And
no, if it's probably going to be... it's probably going to be between episode 3 and 6. 3 and 4.
Oh, 3 and 4. Oh, because the kid when
he's on Tatooine.
The kid is Luke.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be secret uncle.
Yeah, and I think it's because I don't know if it's been official, but Ian McGregor.
You want him.
McGregor has like I think it's basically going to be him.
Wow.
Returning as Obi-Wan. The one Star Wars anthology movie that I actually want to see.
You want that one?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
What's your, like, why you hype on it?
Because I really like that character. I like that version of Obi-Wan. I think that was the obvious, everybody agrees, it's like the biggest part of the prequels that are actually good.
His kind of measured
his
cadence
version
and
of,
all of his...
Yeah, I think it's so... To see him a little bit older now, I think he's the perfect age. They age him up a little bit, Logan style, you know. And
like Logan,
I don't know what the story.
A movie I did not enjoy.
I don't know why you didn't enjoy that one. A lot of people. I thought it was great.
I thought it's every time he slashed. I think we had the same problem with The Thing. Like the problems you had with The Thing are the problems I had with Logan.
My problems with The Thing was number one, sound design.
Yeah, I had the same thing because
really?
It just sounded like he was stepping on watermelons the whole time. And there were so many like grunt screams of pain when he was getting like penetrated by that tree. Remember? And he was like, spoilers for Logan, but he's just like
that was the only scene I'm a little iffy about because it turns from him being dragged on the ground to like this really bad CGI version of him when he gets thrown on it.
Oh god,
it's real wonky.
Why was the bad guy a clone of himself? That made no sense. It was like,
yeah,
and the way Professor X died, it's like that's the way you're gonna write off this amazing character. Just have him, and it wasn't even like I understand the idea of a tragic death. And because that can be kind of emotionally interesting for the audience, but that wasn't even tragic. It was just like, oh, he's old, and he's old.
He's gonna die eventually. So
he's fallen and he can't get up.
Yeah, I liked it though. But this Obi-Wan movie, it should be good. I mean, I hope it's good. I don't know. More Star Wars news. Maz Kanata is said to be in the Han Solo film.
Really?
Remember Maz Kanata, the little orange lady with the big eyes? Or tiny eyes, but big glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess it's a way of them explaining why she knows him.
The most interesting part of Maz Kanata is her establishment.
Yeah.
The statue of her, because it makes her look like a space pirate.
Yeah. Who is she? She's so weird. I think she was one of my... Besides the Starkiller base...
Oh, yeah. The D-Star.
She was one of my least favorite parts of the movie. because like you have all these puppets and all these great looking, animatronics, and then she shows up with her weird ass looking
Like,
CGI
why
face.
are you Yoda?
Yeah, and she's like Yoda, and she's tiny, and she's got this weird. I don't know. I didn't like her character that much. Besides the big blob balls rolling around, that part wasn't very good. Either.
Oh yeah, those like the what are they called? The Sacrillion Sarlacc death balls or something.
I don't know. Honestly, death balls. I call them death balls. I didn't like those very much.
Raptars or something. It was Rathtars. I'm pretty sure because he's like, I'm hauling Rathtars.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Like,
it sounds like something from
hauling them.
What the hell is it called? It sounds like something from Land Before Time.
It sounds like some dude's weird name. My name is Holland Raptars.
Holland.
I'm an archaeologist.
Do you care? She's gonna be in it.
That Maz Kanata?
Yeah.
Oh man, she hasn't. I haven't really seen anything to make me go wow. Which is crazy because who plays her? I think it's
that chick with the short hair.
Yeah, she's great. I'm pretty sure.
Supposedly, everybody thinks she's so great.
Yeah,
I've never seen her in anything.
Oh, she was in fucking that movie that won a bunch of Oscars.
Okay,
I forget.
Exactly. I don't know what's so great about her. She's been in one movie that did well, and that's it. So I don't know.
Well, there's probably more.
Send the hate.
Send the hate.
Did you see Deadpool 2? Deadpool? Did you see Deadpool?
Oh, did I see Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like Deadpool.
You didn't like Deadpool? I thought it was fine.
I didn't think it was bad, but everyone was so hype on it. They were like, oh man, finally a superhero movie that's like comedy. And I was just like, it's not very... Like, I thought it was not doing anything new I'd seen before. I mean, it's doing something new for the superhero genre relative to like what Fox has done before, but it's not, like...
I thought it was... I enjoyed it. I thought it was really stupid, and I think it knew it was stupid. But I got to know the character a little bit. I have a friend who is... it's his favorite character. Mm-hmm. And so I read a lot of the comic books, and so I knew this character, and the movie was the comic books. It was like a perfect adaptation of the character, and I thought that was really well done. So whether or not you like that style is different, but it was a really good adaptation of the character.
I just wanted it to be more like 21 Jump Street / Looney Tunes. Like, I wanted it to be super crazy, off the wall, like him talking to the audience and breaking the fourth wall, like, over and over again. Like, him actually having control of the film and not just...
It was a good test run, though, and I think it was a good success in terms of it. But we have images of Josh Brolin, who plays Cable.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's actually what... So Cable's a character who time travels. This is what he looks like in the comics.
Josh Brolin's playing Cable.
Yeah. Josh Brolin, who also is playing Thanos.
Yeah. I feel like somebody else is double dipping, too.
He's doing the shh. He's shushing us.
Is that from the comics?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
I don't remember. I mean, I guess Cable's kind of laconic.
But, like, Cable's really iconic, especially in the Deadpool universe. They team up a lot, and Cable's super serious, and Deadpool's not.
Doesn't he hang out with Scott Summers' daughter?
He is Scott Summers' son.
Oh, he's Scott Summers'
But he
son.
time travels, so he's old in this universe.
Oh, it's like Dragon Ball
I'm pretty
Z
sure he's a son. I could be wrong.
He's like Trunks.
Don't quote me on that. I honestly have no idea if
I'm
that's
quoting
right
you on that. I'm going to quote you on that. Whenever people say don't quote me on that, I instantly have to be facetious and be like, I'm
going to quote you on it. Apparently his metal arm was copied from... Winter Soldier's metal arm was copied from this character, apparently.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, I don't know. That's a little...
Maybe the Deadpool 2 will be the Winter Soldier of the Deadpool movies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like really good.
Like really good, and also a sequel. A sequel that's better than the first one.
This is a fun little tidbit. David Hasselhoff says he wants a Logan-style Knight Rider film.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Stop.
Everybody wants a Logan-style movie.
I'd much rather him have a 21 Jump Street style movie.
You and 21 Jump Street.
Yeah,
I agree.
21 Jump Street is a better movie than Logan.
I agree. That would be pretty awesome. But like, why does he? He's apparently he wants to make a Knight Rider movie, but he wants a super serious rated R gritty one. That's what I assume what Logan's style means. Where he's old and he's gritty and he's old and he's tired and he's old.
Well, isn't that Mad Max though? It's just Mad Max, but Mad Max is Batman.
Mad Max is really good.
Mad Max. Fury Road is really fun. Yeah, I love it. I've only seen the first Mad Max and Fury Road. I haven't seen the other two, Thunderdome and then...
No, I've seen bits and pieces of the originals, and they're really corny. But as a modern action movie, Fury Road's really good. I was so surprised because I remember going to see that. Tyler was like, "Hey, let's go see this movie." I was like, "Okay." I thought it was just a remake. Like I was like, "Whatever," and it surprised me. I was like, "This isn't going to be good," and it really surprised. I was very happy.
I was having so much fun. I went to go see it with Ben, and we all know how that we all know how that went.
He left, right?
Yeah, because he was like. He said he was throwing up in the bathroom because he you know the Diet Coke and Mentos challenge?
Yeah.
So he said that was happening in his belly because he drank 7-Up and had a banana. And he was like, yeah, dude, bro, I was throwing up the whole time. And then months later, he was like, listen, I didn't want to offend you, Connor, because I know you liked that movie. But I just didn't want to watch that movie.
Why didn't he just say, "Oh, whatever"?
I could. Ben he's an enigma.
Oh my gosh,
it's a beautiful enigma.
We should have him on the podcast.
Yes, that would be great.
I just don't want him to come to my house.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so we'll figure something out. Anyway,
trying to diversify that day profile.
Connor, let me ask you a question.
Oh shit.
Are you intrigued with a Jabba the Hutt solo film?
Jabba the Hutt solo film?
Have you heard about this? This talks about a Jabba the Hutt film.
Oh, God.
Is Disney out of control?
Yeah, man. What are they doing? Exactly. What are they doing? I mean, I like, there's part of me wants to see it because I like, and I don't even know if this
What could they possibly do with it is my question.
Well, isn't he in the Vader comics? Or is that another Hutt?
I don't know. I haven't read them.
The Kieran Gillen Vader stuff. Because there's... I don't know. It might be another Hutt, actually. So it's not Jabba. But I mean, crime movies like him, him kind of becoming a... Kingpin would be kind of interesting to watch, I guess.
So it would have to be. It would just have to be him sending. If it's
sitting around the whole movie.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Gonna get around.
So I'd be okay with it. The only way I'd be okay with it if it was more of a bounty hunter movie, where he was in charge, and they went to him like The Godfather we were talking about there. Where he just kind of sat behind a desk, was like, "I need this contract.
You just come to me
blah, blah, blah.
for my daughter's wedding. Have a favor."
Yeah, oh God,
you want a favor?
Daughter, yeah. So
Jabba Hutt's daughter gets married.
I'd be okay with that, and it was just bounty hunters trying. He sends all them on the same bounty, and they're all competing to to get that bounty, and they're all fighting against each other or teaming up.
It's like Jack X Combat
Greedo,
Racing.
Boba Fett, not K2SO. That's the wrong robot. That robot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bosk is another one.
Bosk, yeah.
Bosk, but there's a robot I don't remember the name of. That would be cool. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Dengar.
We could get to see Bit Fortuna. And Salacious Crumb.
What's that joke? What does Jabba the Hutt? Oh no! What does Salacious Crumb ask for when he's eating tuna fish at a restaurant? Bit for tuna.
For tuna. Oh, what a one guy.
Oh God! I destroyed that joke. Anyway, Jabba the Hutt movie. Do you want to see it?
Short answer, yes.
Long answer, no.
Long answer, God, no. I just... It's weird, they announce movies, but they don't announce the writers or directors, and that's...
Or whether or not they're actually happening, they just throw out, it's being considered. That's what this headline is. Considered by Lucasfilm. And you're like, no!
No. Like, when I heard the Han Solo movie, I was like, I'm not excited by that. But then I heard Phil Lord and Chris Miller are doing it, so I was like, oh, that's great. They're great. 21 Jump Street, hello. That's my favorite. I was very excited. And then they left, and I was like, now I hate this. I hate this now. This is going to be the worst thing. Because, I mean, I have the same thing with Ant-Man, where even though there were some parts of Ant-Man I liked, very few parts, I just checked out after Edgar Wright left. And then, not to be too, what do you call it? Aggressive, but I'm so happy for him because he left that heist movie and then he went on to go do like one of my favorite heist movies of all time. Like Baby Driver is insane.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
it's like the best movie of the summer, really. I mean,
We'll get to that.
we'll get to that.
Yeah. This is interesting. Neil Blomkamp. Neil Blomkamp wants to direct an Iron Man movie.
he's Neil Blomkamp. Oh man, what a sweetie. Yeah.
He did District 9, Elysium, and Chappie. District 9 was good. Elysium was fine.
Oh yeah.
Chappie was bad.
Yeah.
People love him. I think he's fine. He's good.
He only really has one good movie.
Yeah, exactly. So like his style is really cool and it's really unique. But
was Charlton Copley was in
who?
Chappie? Charlton Copley. I'm butchering his name. He's the protagonist in District 9. He's
in every one.
Okay, he's in every one.
Even
So
though
he'll be in this
they're
one
all
too?
considered to be in the same universe, that actor is a character in every one.
Oof.
Which is weird. So whatever.
That's the
Anyway,
Charlton
that has nothing to do with anything. I just kind of thought I just found that out. That's kind of interesting. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
It's
fascinating.
Fascinating.
I don't want another Iron Man movie.
You don't want another Iron Man?
No, I'm kind of sick of Iron Man.
I kind of like that he's. I love Iron Man. You know that, but I kind of like how he's just like this supporting character that kind of comes in.
Yeah.
Because he's getting older now, and like he's a really
yeah.
cool character. But like him coming in, and he's basically just like this expert hero.
Mm-hmm.
Where
he's more of a consultant now.
He doesn't really need to be there on the front lines. He's more of like, and if he's needed, it means the threat's big enough. Do you know what I mean?
And I think it's very interesting. I like the idea that Civil War was a really fun movie, and although the fact that it's kind of a prequel for Infinity War, kind of made it like didn't give it as concrete of an ending as I would have liked.
Yeah,
I do like the idea that in the Infinity War movies, it's kind of going to be the Avengers, and then Tony Stark is like, for a good part of the movie, will probably be a separate entity, just kind of like the odd man out, even though he's the one who kind of started this whole like universe. It's a very interesting conceit, I think. Yeah. Although I think I might be reading a bit too much into it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like that idea that Iron Man is. If he were to have his own standalone movie, the threat would have to be big enough to involve Iron Man, and if it involves Iron Man, it should involve everybody.
Yeah.
Because he's such a big character now. He's so powerful, and he's so like important and integral to the Avengers and all that stuff. So having him being a supporting character, I think, works a lot better because of that. Because he's
ascended.
Yeah. He's a god.
He's God now.
So, yeah.
It's so funny that I remember in the comics, he becomes like the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all this stuff. And I think they're just not doing that. They're just like, nah. It's funny because I feel like a lot of the storylines that they do in the movies are kind of revamped versions of the 60s storylines. And with the what do you call it? Like, there's just so much years of canon that I like. They couldn't even do Secret Warriors. Like, that stuff is so insane. Like all the stuff with time travel and Nikola Tesla having like that weird like powers and fucking Leonardo da Vinci and all that stuff. It's super out there. I mean, it's super fun to read, but I can't see them doing that anytime soon. Yeah. Which I was very naive because I thought that's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be. I thought it would be like, oh, you're going to do the comic Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Leonardo da Vinci in it, and the Secret Society, and fucking Isaac Newton and Nostradamus and all that stuff, and the guy drinking the secret formula that makes him live forever. Okay.
The answer is no. It's not going to happen.
It would have been super fun to see.
Yeah.
That giant pyramid building.
That's way too bold. That's the problem. They don't take chances enough. But, I still enjoy it, so.
Yeah.
I want to talk about The Last Jedi with you.
Trailer trash.
Again.
Okay.
I mean, the trailer is basically a rehash of the first teaser trailer.
Right.
With the surprise beginning, and it has like the really slow fade in, fade out, as we can see. With whoever's talking over it. I think it's Luke, right? Do you think... Now, I know you know that I think that I have a fear, and I think this might be too close of a rehash of... of of episode 5. What do you think? Do you think it could be?
Yeah, I mean, definitely I think it's the parallels that are going to be drawn between the two movies are almost unavoidable. And the only thing that gives me confidence is that Ryan Johnson is a very, like, he hasn't really made a bad movie.
What's he done?
He's done Looper, Brothers Bloom, and Brick. And all three are kind of like really extremely well made.
Yeah, they're not like the best movies, but they're very solid. I enjoy.
Yeah.
I enjoy them.
They're really good.
I really like the Brothers Bloom. I think that's a really good movie.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he's got a lot of discipline, and I think he's, that's always a danger is are they gonna let him? I mean, frankly, when I think about him getting the chance to do this this job, I'm kind of at a loss just because I don't understand. Like, I mean, I understand logically, like, he made a sci-fi film and he's also made 2 other character-driven, like, genre pieces that are effective and extremely well shot.
Yeah.
So, like, you make a sci-fi film, potentially one of, like, the most, like, iconic, not necessarily iconic, but, like, one of the best sci-fi films in recent memory, like, with no baggage attached. It's, like, very clean. It's very it has a unique visual style. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna want that guy to direct your sci-fi, your clean-cut sci-fi movie. Like, there's a guy who directs a really great monster movie. You're gonna want him to direct Godzilla. Like, it's a logical next step, but part of me feels that he's very niche. So I still don't understand entirely how that all came together. Yeah. I mean, usually when somebody doesn't have a huge track record, like the Russos before Winter Soldier, or even the writers of the new Spider-Man before they got the Spider-Man, they get the job because of how amazing their pitch is, like what their take is. But even the Russos, though, they had that really great episode of Community, the paintball episode, which I think Kevin Feige saw, and he was really excited by that. But yeah, the Ryan Johnson thing is very interesting because the arc of the movies is that they don't want to mess up the brand. They don't want to do anything too weird, which is why Force Awakens was so like New Hope. They don't want to like do any weird stuff, midi-chlorians. Like,
yeah, I know.
They don't want to make any mistakes.
It's just they're copying it too much, I think. Like with the whole Death Star. To the point where even in the movie,
maybe it's
another Death Star. If you look at this, they released the new AT-M6 Walker, which is, it's just an AT-AT with bigger legs and it has different guns on it. You know what I mean? And they released a picture of...
It looks like a Battlestar Galactica thing.
This new Star Destroyer, which looks like the super duper Star Destroyer that the Sith Dryad flies in. It's like super. Apparently, it's huge. It's much bigger than those.
It's like a great piece of pizza.
Yeah, right. It just looks like a piece of pizza, but like that's when the Super Star Destroyer was introduced. Was in Episode 5.
Right.
And it was like this giant. It wasn't just a Star Destroyer. It was like the big one. Mm-hmm. And then apparently that's going to be this one.
So
we're getting walkers, and we're getting the Super Star Destroyer.
I mean...
And we're getting a trench run where you have planes flying towards the walkers.
Well,
and we're getting a point where Rey's training with the Jedi Master. Right. And there's a super rich, conceited place that they go to, apparently. There's images of Finn and some other character who have to, like, infiltrate, like, a rich, like, city.
Oh, right.
Like Cloud City. Yeah. And it's just, like...
It's just the same things as last time.
It just seems like the same thing as last time. And
I
really hope it's not. Because if it is, it's going to be very disappointing. And then I feel like... Because people are already really skeptical about
if you're going to copy something, you should copy it. It's better you copy the best movie of the 3. Although,
I guess so, yeah.
You know what? Return of the Jedi is really good, actually, too.
I like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's a really fun one.
I'm not a huge fan of Ewoks. And yeah, no, I mean, it's just Ewoks I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, no, it's fine.
I like all the stuff with Luke, and yeah, it's great.
Luke changes... His character changes so much. In those movies, like he goes from this, obviously he goes from the cocky whiny kid, but like when he becomes a Jedi, I don't really like his personality.
Yeah, he's too he's stolid.
Stolid?
Yeah, that's a word, right? Can you look that up and see if that's a word?
Stolid. Let's do it.
I'm so sure that's a word.
Stolid.
Stolid.
A person calm, dependable, and showing little emotion. Oh my
Hell
god!
yeah, bro! I know big words.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Stolid, yeah.
I thought you were trying to say solid, but you just messed
Sorry,
up.
right? Fuck, I had that T.
Yeah, he is too stolid. I don't know. I don't really like him that much. And I don't want Rey to become that.
Right.
Because she's such a likable character. That's something they really write, is these new characters are a lot of fun. She's such a fun, likable character, and I don't want her to become so serious and stolid. So, there's also talk of, there's a character, is it Del Toro? What's his name?
Guillermo del Toro?
Isn't he in it?
Oh, do you mean Benicio del Toro?
Benicio del Toro. It's the same, whatever.
Same person.
Same person. Same name. His character might be like a Lando type character.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah. Isn't that what the collector is, though?
Yeah, right, I know.
He has his own, like, planet.
He's got that weird looking cape thing. That's the one he's wears the same cape.
Tangler Tibian.
And her hand is so spread apart at the beginning
that's
of the
weird.
trailer.
I mean, I guess it's like how people use the Force, as they do.
It's like, how do you do that?
How
Like, it's a straight line between her thumb and her pinky. It makes me very uncomfortable.
She's wearing a green glove, and they're digitally doing her fingers that far apart.
Do you like this trailer, though? Does it do anything for you?
It's very. It's not bland, but it's kind of like the peppermint patty of trailers, where I'm like, it's okay. It's not really what I. It doesn't get me frothing at the mouth, you know.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me. I wasn't even gonna watch it, and then I was like,
I feel like old people really like this trailer. I'm trying to keep that peppermint patty metaphor extended.
I love peppermint patties. Don't crap on those.
But wait, what do you ever like? I'm gonna go buy a peppermint patty. You're at your aunt's house. There's a bowl of peppermint patties. She's very old.
Those big ones when you put them in the freezer.
Oh, I haven't done that.
They get pretty cold.
Well, wouldn't it essentially double mintify the experience? So you're already getting double. Like
Yeah, it's cold and it's cold.
Well, but mint chocolate ice cream doesn't get more refreshing as you freeze it. I mean, it's already refreshing as ice cream. Or maybe that's a false equivalency because it's not. It's already ice cream, so you can't ice.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ice. Are they? Oh, is this behind the scenes?
Yeah, it's like a quick behind the scenes trailer thing.
Oh, look! Wow,
it's a lot of animatronics.
They're finally showing the aliens. I think it has a lot of potential. I mean,
I know. I'm kind of hating on it, but like I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm sure, even if it is a rehash of that episode 5. Yeah. I will still enjoy it, just like I enjoyed Force Awakens.
I think it'll be better than Force Awakens. I think that'll be a safe bet. Is that it'll be a better movie because Force Awakens was so safe. So as long as this does anything, if this movie does anything at all original,
yeah, people
will be like, "Oh my god, best movie I've ever seen." It's amazing because JJ had the unenviable thing of making the first Star Wars movie since Revenge of the Sith.
I heard talk that JJ didn't even want to do it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've read things where he was like, "Yeah, fine." Like they just kind of asked him. Finally, he was like, "All right,
fine." He doesn't really make movies. He just I feel like he just begrudgingly slaps his names on things now.
No, unless it's his own thing, like 12 Cloverfield Lane or 10 Cloverfield.
But he didn't direct that. That was
he wrote it, didn't he?
No. It was two other people wrote it. They wrote it. It was called Valencia. It was like a thriller script, and then somebody was directing it. I forget the dude's name, but he was like he has like a weird fan base or something. He does I don't know. He's like a puzzle guy or something.
Great movie. I love that movie. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I don't like that they changed Kylo Ren's scar. Did you hear about that?
Oh, they did?
It goes over his eye, but if you look at it in the trailer, it's like over kind of his nose. They changed the position of it because they didn't like how it looked over his eye. It's like, but you made it over his eye, so that's where it is. It's like those little details that I don't like that are changed just because. It's just like, you watch the movie right before it, he gets sliced over the eyeball, And then the next movie, his scar's in a different place because it didn't look as good.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Come on, get real.
Where's my continuity?
Where is it? Where is it?
All right, we can talk. We can move on. Anyway,
Last Jedi.
that was just my stolid rant.
Rant.
So let's talk about.
I was more excited for these Star Wars movies before Force Awakens, and then Force Awakens comes out and it's fun, but it's like, it's not.
I think that's because we didn't know what to expect,
Yeah.
and now we know what to expect.
Yeah. Which is the same, more of the same, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, more of the same. I mean,
Star Wars isn't I don't understand this whole thing of them building a cinematic universe out of Star Wars, because there's not that much you can do with it. Like, it's.
I think they need to focus on more of the video game aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's such a following for that. Star Wars video games have always been huge, and they kind of just gave up on it. I mean, they make the new Battlefront games, but that's all we've gotten. I want, like, story-based Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Because you can just create characters and throw them out into this world.
It gives you the
they don't
freedom to
utilize
do
it.
that. Yeah.
And I think that would be really
They
good.
have a very particular aesthetic. It's very strange.
Yeah. They should just do that. All
King
right.
Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
We're going to talk about the summer
hits.
film season
Woo!
has come to a close. So we're going to talk about movies that came out.
Real talk.
So first on the list is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I had so much fun watching that.
I enjoyed it. Not as good as the first.
I actually liked it more than the first one.
Did you really?
Yeah. I think
You're
first...
one of like very little people who actually
it's
think
very, very unique opinion.
that. Wow,
I
I'd like to
think-
hear why.
Well, the first one was really fun. I think I enjoyed watching the first one more when I saw it, just because it was very original, and I hadn't seen anything like that in that specific vein before, and I was hype on it, and I knew it was going to be good, and it was good. It was like, it totally fulfilled my expectations. But on rewatches, there was a lot of stuff that I wasn't 100% comfortable with. Like, there was like there's stuff in the script or not even in the script. There's stuff in the movie that didn't necessarily age well for me, right? Like jokes and ideas and stuff like that. And the same thing might happen to Guardians, but with this Volume 2, I felt like it was a way more character-driven story, and it was way more satisfying to look at how these characters change versus like in the first movie where it's just like kind of like these really great jokes and set pieces, but it doesn't feel like they go through too much of an arc. Where in this one, everyone gets an arc in this movie.
I agree with everyone gets an arc.
And Nebula was great in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind her as much because I hated her in the first one.
I think one of my favorite scenes in this whole
We're
movie.
being boarded.
Right,
Oh
was
god,
true.
she's the weirdest character.
But I love when she's talking to Kraglin about like going to buy a warship, and then Kraglin's like, "Oh, I thought you were just gonna get like a nice hat."
See that was a joke that I was like, I see that. I feel like they're trying really hard to be funny, and I was like, meh.
Really, it felt. I mean,
I didn't. There was a lot of jokes in this one that for me, just kind of were like they were. I smiled, but they seemed really forced, and I was like,
I don't know. I felt like it was character driven. Like the jokes might not have been as funny, but it felt more like what the characters would actually say. Like it felt authentic to their.
Yeah, I hated the ending. I didn't like the whole CGI battle. And when he turned to the Pac-Man, I was like, I literally, I face palmed when he turned to the Pac-Man. I was like, oh god.
When it starts playing the Fleetwood Mac song,
I didn't mind the music. The music was fine, but I didn't like it was just like, he's had these powers.
Reforming his bones. Like when Kurt Russell's reforming his skeletal structure.
I'm talking about like when they're actually fighting, and like Star-Lord's had these powers for like an hour.
Right.
And how is he able to compete with this guy who's had it for millions of years?
Well,
and he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just flopping around. And it's just like, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of that part. I went on for a little bit too long.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And that's what I'm saying. I love this movie. But I was like, meh, about that part. Some of the jokes were a little flat.
Kraglin is so great. I love all the minor characters get such great parts in the second one.
The taser face joke was funny.
Soup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's singing the soup part, yeah.
That was awesome.
Taserface joke was funny, and then it was overdone.
Yeah,
it went too far.
Got overdone.
And then, but the first Guardians movie, I don't really have any problems with that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You know what I mean?
not
Like,
bad.
like it was good. I liked them equally, but Guardians 2 has a couple issues that I have with it, so that makes Guardians 1 a little bit better for me. Does that make sense?
That's fair.
So I'm interested that you actually think the second one's better.
Yeah. I mean, I love all the stuff with
I didn't think the soundtrack was as
as poppy.
prominent.
Well, it's funny because I think
I don't remember any of the songs off the second soundtrack, except for the first one.
I feel like the second soundtrack, the songs had a lot more emotional impact. Like all the stuff with Brandy, just there was so much emotional meat to the song choices. I feel like this time around.
Yeah.
And when Rocket was they were using this Southern Night song for the Rocket taking down the Ravager sequence, I was like, oh, I would really love a Splash Mountain movie.
Splash Mountain.
So fun.
All right, that's Guardians. Did you ever see King Arthur: Legend of the Sword?
I didn't. I was
no
like,
interest in that.
Yeah, no interest. Because it just looked so...
Has a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, God, it looks so bad.
Why would they do that?
And it's funny
Guy
because,
Ritchie?
Yeah, I don't understand. He does these London crime dramas, and you're trying to do King Arthur as, like, urchin, and it's like, this is a dude, King Arthur, like... King Arthur didn't exist, but King Arthur in the stories... well, isn't there a debate on that, on whether or not he existed?
Yeah, I don't really know. I honestly don't
was a
even
real
know.
dude.
I have no idea.
But he, like...
He was real or not.
He grew up... He grew up with Sir Kay, right? He was his seneschal.
I have no idea. I just remember that one with what's-his-face with... Natalie Portman was in it.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It was really bad. I don't really care about this movie. Didn't see it.
Well,
Snatched. Didn't see that.
Snatched.
With Amy Schumer. Don't like her. Anyway, sorry. More on King Arthur. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
I just have so many pains on King Arthur. Because I just...
You didn't even see it. You don't even know.
I haven't seen it because it just looks bad. It's like...
Maybe I'll watch it. I think I might just watch it.
You want to get sick?
Yeah, I do. I want to get a little nauseous. I'm curious. I'm very curious. I like to see the bad movies. I want to see as many movies as I can.
That's fair.
You know, even the bad ones, because I feel like I should. Unless it's that one, doesn't really matter. But like, especially if they're in a universe, like if a Superman movie comes out and I know
get
it's gonna be
sick
bad,
if I watch something bad.
I'll watch it.
Like if I watch a really bad movie, I get like physically ill. Like I watched, this is a controversial opinion, I watched all of Stranger Things in one sitting, and I was like,
Yeah.
by the end I was like, oh God, I feel terrible.
Well, that's also because that's about 13 hours of.
It's only 8, right? Oh no, it is 13.
Is there 13 episodes or is there 8 episodes?
I think it's 13. I feel
13 or the Marvel ones are 13.
It's too long.
Let's see. Hang on.
Part of me feels like the only reason I watched it in one sitting was because it was 8, but
Maybe it was 8.
I'm pretty sure all Netflix shows are 13. So.
Oh yeah, no, 8.
Oh, is 8? Okay, good.
8 episodes.
So it made sense that
That's still 8 hours though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Stranger Things. There's a lot of people who hate it. I thought it was fun.
Really? I feel totally in the minority when I say I do not like it. I feel like everyone's so hyped.
Everybody's hyped, but there are people. I think now the hype has died down. People are starting to hate on it. I enjoyed it when I watched it. That's all I can say.
I
think a lot of people follow the hate as it starts to come in. They're like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to like this. Okay, I don't like it either." And I'm just like, I liked it. It was fine.
Just felt like a watered down version of better movies. Which is funny because it's like if Stranger Things is like it's E.T. but in the world of John Carpenter's The Thing. Essentially, that type of aesthetic.
Yeah.
That like synth kind of like dark like really like insidious I don't know what the word for it is, but like creature from another world, kind of spooky horror, sci-fi subtext. Which is funny that you don't like The Thing, but it's interesting. I feel like Stranger Things is thing light.
Stranger Things is easier to watch for me.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, I know Tyler. We talked about it last time, and the same problem he has with Ready Player One is that it's just stealing things from other franchises, which I don't think that is ever a valid point, because people can, like, going back to the conversation we had, and I wish Tyler was here for this, but like the Ready Player One, don't like it because there's a bunch of stuff in it from other things.
Right.
But that means you should not like Wreck-It Ralph. you should not like any of the Lego movies.
Right, but
Because that's what the Lego movie is. It's a story.
Wreck-It Ralph and the Lego movies are different because they use it very specifically. It feels restrained. We have no
Not
proof.
really. Not Lego movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, relatively. Like all the stuff with there's like rules to how all the references work. Like all the stuff with, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill as Superman and Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean that's a little thing. But like,
wonderful
but then
21
it's just
Jump
like
Street reference.
all of a sudden there's I don't know. I think that's a stupid reason to dislike something because there's something from another movie in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, we just haven't seen
I don't have
of
any problem with references unless they're super overdone. I think Stranger Things did do it overdone a little bit, and I can see that. I don't know. I'm okay with it.
I did like this Stranger Things season 2 trailer. I was like,
Oh yeah.
that was pretty fun to watch.
Like
but I
that.
think that's just the Thriller theme song is really fun. If you put that to anything, it'll be fun to.
We're moving on. Alien Covenant.
It's so funny when I was listening. I didn't realize it was Thriller when I was listening to, and I was like, "Oh wow, the bad guy sounds really cool in this season." The weird red clouds, I guess. The weird red cloud, the mist monster, talks like Max von Sydow. That's great. But then I was like, "Oh, it's just from Thriller."
Just some Thriller, yeah. That's one.
Do you remember the movie Battle Royale?
No, I never saw it.
Oh, okay.
That's the one with the Japanese version of Hunger Games.
Yeah. Before Hunger Games.
Before Hunger Games, yeah. I never saw it.
It's-
Anyway,
yeah, it's fun.
Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant.
Did you see it?
Nope. Didn't see it.
I saw it. Better than Prometheus.
Better than Prometheus.
I think so.
I
didn't mind Prometheus that much.
I got spoiled for what happened, and I was really upset because I wanted to see Shaw and Fassbender get to the engineer planet and interact with them. I wanted that to be the movie. Them on this alien planet interacting with these aliens, kind of like Atlantis, The Lost Empire, but it's
Great
rated
movie.
R. Yeah.
I love Atlantis.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
one of my
right.
favorite Disney movies.
It's great.
I
It's
love
super
that
fun.
one. It's so good. Very underappreciated movie.
Yeah, it's a classic. But then they're just like, oh, Shaw dies off screen. He kills all the engineers. You don't really get to see their civilization. And I was like, what's the point? The point of these Prometheus movies.
Well, it's because everybody complained about Prometheus, and so he was like, "Fine, I'll just do an alien movie." So he just kind of cut out Prometheus, which I mean, I enjoyed it. There's some
cannibalizing my own ideas to give you an alien movie.
there's some really good visuals. I would watch it. It's a watch. It has 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I heard it's better than Prometheus. So
yeah.
One cold day, I'll watch it on HBO.
Yeah. Baywatch. Did you see that?
No, I heard really bad things about it.
Yeah, it was really bad. I enjoyed it though.
Read the script for it, oddly enough.
Did you like the script?
The script was, it started off really funny. Like the first 15 pages were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because they subverted the expectations. But then after that, it just became kind of like same old, same old. I hated the plot with like the weird county commissioner, drug dealer person. I was like, this is awful.
It was very generic.
It's so bad. But at the beginning, there were a lot of funny jokes in that script. But I heard the movie was just like did not execute at all.
No, it could have been a 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, that's what everyone was hoping for.
It had moments. I mean, I had fun with it. I watched it and I was like, this is not a good movie, but I enjoyed it. I was just like, whatever.
Had a good time.
It was like a guilty pleasure, good time.
It's the end of The Rock. The Rock is he's over. Unless
I'll
good.
still enjoy The Rock either way. I just still think he's a fun actor. That he's the best part of the movie.
Well,
just
the Rock is interesting because he started kind of like a low tier at wrestling, and then he's kind of gathered some entertainment prestige as he's gone through more and more films that have gone on to do better and better. But now he's just kind of feels like
he makes
that.
mediocre films, but he's always the best part of those films.
Right.
Like the one with Kevin Hart, whatever that one was called.
Oh, Central Intelligence.
Yeah, he was the best part of that movie. He was the best part of Baywatch.
I feel like he kind of peaked with the Fast and Furious and Moana, because everyone liked all that.
Yeah.
And then
Moana was recent though, so if he peaked then, I mean, he still has a chance to just make good movies.
If Jumanji is,
we'll see what happens with Jumanji. I have no idea what. The fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Did you see that one?
Watch that either.
You didn't watch that one either.
I this summer was a summer of like, if I wasn't interested in a movie, I just didn't watch it at all. Like, but like before, I would subject myself to stuff like this, but I couldn't.
This
I
is
couldn't do it.
This is a movie that did not need to be made at all. I was expecting. There's a trailer out there that with the Johnny Cash song.
Hurt. That one song that they play, or Ring of Fire. Like,
No,
the
it's
two songs.
Move My Body Down. That one there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah,
That's a good trailer, and I was
That's a
like,
good
man,
trailer.
this movie actually looks decent enough, and it wasn't very good.
I remember like 12, 13-year-old Connor would have gone ape shit over this.
Yeah,
like,
it was
I'd been
super
like,
short.
Oh my god.
It was super short, and actually, when I saw it, the fire alarm went off, and so I had to like stop in the middle of it. Doesn't matter. I never saw Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
I don't care about Captain Underpants. I didn't like it when I was a kid. I was like,
This is
for some reason as a child in like 5th grade, 4th grade, I was done with poop jokes. I was like, I didn't think that was funny.
I liked it because
Like,
the
oh,
Scholastic Book
butts.
Fair, and it was a science thing, like even though it was like lowbrow humor, there was like some weird scientific like comic
Shenanigans?
book shenanigans to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's very strange.
But this movie
It's interesting.
apparently was exactly as it should have been. People liked it. Has good reception.
What was the score? 86?
86%.
Jesus Christ, 86?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was really fun. Yeah.
I think people like it a bit too much.
Yeah.
I know that's an unpopular opinion, but people are saying it's like one of the best movies of all time, and I'm like, relax.
It sure is the best DC movie.
Yeah, I'm like, relax.
That's all
I
about
liked it. I had issues with it. She was great as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she was really good.
The villain was really bad. Some of the fight scenes.
Oh,
were
you didn't like Remus Lupin as
I liked him until he turned
Ares?
into a giant CGI thing, gray thing.
I didn't have a problem with that ending. I mean,
the
it wasn't.
fight was just in this giant flame world
Yeah.
again, and I was like, don't care what's happening. It was too long. I don't know. It was fine. I didn't like the team that
It's
he
kinda
built.
like a blank
It was
God
too
of
much
War.
like it was the Howling Commandos all over again.
Oh, I hated the team.
I was
Yeah.
like, and like
I hated
they
all
they,
those
they
guys.
made everybody seem like they were gonna have like this arc and like this emotional
and they just didn't.
payoff,
They were
and
just
nothing
like,
happened.
They were
with them.
just jokes.
Yeah,
were
they didn't
jokes.
do anything.
It's like these guys are awful.
Some of the CGI when she was like moving around was very wonky too. It was like, ooh, she doesn't look good.
Yeah,
She
I
doesn't
mean,
look good at all.
there were this movie had a lot of fun sequences, like the No Man's Land stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
obviously that's like the best part of the
But
movie.
there was a lot of stuff that I was like, just felt that they didn't. They could. I wanted more Greek mythology stuff. I wanted to see more of the Pantheon. I wanted like. I didn't like anyone on the island of Themyscira. Like I did
No
not.
one was likable.
No one was likable
Yep.
except for her. Like, I just wanted more like fun, weird DC stuff. Like it's like you're finally getting to do like the Greek pantheon. You can do so much with it, and they were just like, no, we'll just do a better version of the first Captain America movie. And I was like, that's fair. You know what? This is a better movie than the first Captain America.
I agree with that.
I will take that.
I think I agree with that. But yeah, I think it's getting a bit too much. Like it's coming back to the theater.
Yeah. Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We just got it again.
Is that a Warner Brothers thing? Because they did that for Dark Knight.
I don't know. It's because no movies are coming out, and it's
Maybe it's
still
because
doing
it's an
well.
Oscars thing. Because they're trying to get noms.
It Comes at Night apparently was good. I never saw it.
Oh yeah, I heard good things about it, but then I got spoiled and it didn't sound interesting.
Don't tell me because I'm actually still curious. The Mummy,
The Mummy.
bad, really bad movie. Don't watch it. It was such a failure. It's so funny because they're like, we're gonna make a universe too, and it was a colossal failure. It has a 16%. Cars 3.
Oh, that came out
Yeah,
already?
you didn't see that one?
Oh,
It came
God.
and went. Yeah, I saw it. It was
People were hype on that. I didn't hear anything about
not
that.
good.
Wow.
It was. I mean, it wasn't that it was bad. It was better than the second one. It was like, but like.
I thought that came out next year. Like the fact that it's out is crazy to me.
It's come and gone. It came out in June.
I was like, that's like if Infinity War came out and no one said shit about it. And we're like, yeah, it was bad. Don't talk about it.
Yeah, that came out. That's come and gone.
Wow.
Rough Night with Scarlett Johansson.
What?
Don't care. And Kate McKinnon.
I'm like not caught up with all this.
47 Meters
bullshit.
Down was a shark movie.
Oh, did you hear about that movie about the people trapped in the pool?
No.
There's a movie. There's a new horror movie. I think it's called 12 Feet Deep or something. And it's these two people who get like trapped inside a public swimming pool.
It's like a. Wait, is this real? I'm looking it up.
I remember I was watching the trailer and I was like,
No way.
yeah.
This is real. Hang on, we're gonna take a minute and watch the trailer. We'll just pause it. Okay. 12 feet deep.
So if you
That's fun.
do you want to know the plot?
they get stuck in the pool.
So they get stuck in the pool. One of them's diabetic. So
Oh, is that really?
yeah, you gotta get out of there. and then the janitor comes because they had the little peephole, and the janitor hears them, and the janitor is also an ex-con. So she's like, "All right, I'll let you out, but you have to give me your bank account numbers and all that stuff."
But she said she had -5 in her bank account, so she should give her bank account.
Exactly. Well, look at you. Apparently she takes her engagement ring or something. Like she has this whole thing with her. They talk about her.
That's gonna be. How long is this movie gonna be?
It's like
it could be a half an hour.
Yeah. It's almost all of it is them being like, "Oh, we're trapped in the pool. Oh shit!" And then janitor comes in. "Oh, help us! I give me your money." Okay. Well, I gotta go check this out. And then they leave and they're freaking out. And then he comes back and it's like, "I changed my mind. I'm not gonna let you out." And they're like, "What the fuck?" And then the janitor leaves. And then they break out and the janitor comes back being like, "I changed my mind." And then they like shoot the janitor. And the janitor.
Did you read all this?
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert for 12 feet deep if you...
Is that... I didn't read the script, but I read...
Can we go see it? We should go see
We
it.
should go see it, yeah.
Let's go see it
Okay.
and just laugh at it.
I think it's a VOD release, actually. I'm not sure if it's coming out.
There was a movie like that I watched, the YourMovieSucks.org, you know, that YouTube channel?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite YouTube channels.
About, he did a movie, I don't remember what it's called. No, it's different.
one?
It's when they're on the ski lift. They get trapped on the ski lift.
Oh, Frozen.
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
It sounds very similar.
Yeah.
They just get stuck on a ski lift. All right, let's move on. Transformers last night. Bad.
Bad.
That's all that needs to be said. Baby Driver.
Hopkins was in that, right?
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins was in it.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
He's really great in
He's
Westworld.
actually really good in that movie.
He's good in that movie.
He's actually really good in Transformers.
He's a
I
good
have to
actor.
say. Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, best goddamn film I've seen all year.
Really?
One of the only films I've seen all year.
Yeah, I know. Like, cause like it was second favorite film I've seen all summer.
I mean, here's the thing: most of these movies sucked. So it's
Right, but you haven't seen Despicable Me 3, so I didn't.
God,
I don't care about it.
I want to talk about Baby Driver every day. I just think it's like
We can do a discussion on Baby Driver.
yeah,
We'll do a review on it sometime.
yeah, it was so fun.
I'll watch it again and then we'll do a review on it.
I'm gonna when it comes out on digital, I'm gonna get it and watch it every day. When it comes out on VHS.
So all right, well, we'll say what we have to say on that, and we'll do an actual discussion on it.
Okay,
Despicable Me 3, didn't see, don't care.
Let's see. The House
Saw, didn't like.
You didn't like it?
No, not funny. Tried to be funny.
17%.
17% as it deserves. Spider-Man: Homecoming, we've talked about.
Homecoming.
92% deserves it. Fun.
Yeah, very fun.
War for the Planet of the Apes. Didn't see it yet, did you?
No. I made plans to go see it and then I didn't.
It was really good. It was not as good as I wanted it to be. It wasn't a war at all. There's no war.
No war. It's a concentration camp movie,
Yeah,
right?
it's a concentration camp movie. But the animation was incredible on those things. I couldn't believe. Scared me a little bit. Dunkirk. Best movie of the summer. Best movie of the year.
That really? Wow.
In my opinion, absolutely.
That's a bold assumption.
Absolutely.
It's so funny too.
You haven't seen that, have you?
Yeah, no, not these. These are the two ones that people were like recommending during
the
time.
Same rating. I don't think that's.
Well, it's so funny. They're almost like, to me, they're the same movie.
Not even close.
I mean, they're both like
Connor.
They're both.
I feel like here's the thing.
Movies.
You think you know what Dunkirk is and how it is. You have no idea.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Everything about it, the visuals, the sound design, the soundtrack, everything about it is different. It blew my mind. I go in and see scenes here and there, and I like.
Well, it's so funny.
I can't leave.
I wasn't hype on Interstellar. I was like, Interstellar was really giving me.
Interstellar is crap compared to this movie.
Really?
It doesn't even feel like a Christopher Nolan movie. It's just really good. Connor.
It's just really good.
See Dunkirk.
All right.
It blew my mind. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
I'm also just not, I'm very, war movies,
it's not really a war movie though. Like you're expecting Saving Private Ryan and you don't, it's not at all.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
Does it do the non-linear structure that he loves?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. but it works. It works really well. And there's no like moments of them sitting down going, I got family back home.
I got family back home.
My wife is waiting for me. I got a baby I've never met. There's none of that. There's no talking. There's barely any dialogue in this movie. Yeah, really good. Valerian City of 1,000 Planets.
Luc Besson.
That movie failed.
Yeah, that fell hard. Luc Besson.
I was actually pretty happy it failed because I love it when these movies that are super expensive and they try to be something and then they fail. It's really funny to me.
It's so dark.
Yeah, I know.
These people work so hard in this movie. It's fuck those.
Well, it's like you present this idea, and it's one of those things.
Because it's goofy.
It's one of those things where you're just like, that's not going to work. I just knew it from the beginning. And
like
then,
Pan.
Like Pan.
Pan, yeah.
Why you hate that movie?
Yeah. I was so upset because I love Peter Pan.
I never saw it.
It's fucking piece of shit.
Atomic Blonde, didn't care, didn't like, people didn't like it. People apparently 74%, but the Emoji Movie.
Emoji Movie. Ben wanted a private.
Yeah, 8%. Dark Tower, didn't see it yet, but apparently it's not doing well. 16%.
Awful.
That's pretty brutal. Detroit, didn't care. Kidnapped, didn't care. Didn't see.
That's my birthday.
Annabelle, that is. Annabelle Creation.
Correct. Annabelle. It's a horror movie, man. It's about the doll.
The Nut Job.
Oh God! Wait.
2.
What? Why?
They made another one. It's funny because that movie came in and so many people were like, "Was there a first one?" It's like, yeah, there was a first one. The Glass Castle. Apparently, people are excited about it. Doesn't seem to be doing well.
It reminds me of that Arrested Development joke. Remember when Tobias? Do you watch Arrested Development?
Not a lot, no.
Oh, okay. Well, there's this part where the character of Tobias, I'll explain. He has this thing where he keeps saying sentences that have a double entendre meaning that usually imply that he's gay. So, for instance, he'll be and he's oblivious to this fact, right? So he thinks there's like a pirate's he wants to be an actor and he thinks there's a role for a pirate, so he dresses in his wife's clothing, like blouses and her scarves and everything, thinking he looks like a pirate, but it's actually a gay protest that he unwittingly becomes a part of. And so there's a lot of times in the show where he'll he keeps gravitating to this lifestyle. And there's a part where he's going to see Job's, Will Arnett's character's magic show at the Gothic Castle. But he says Gothic Castle, and the cab driver is like Scottish, and he's like, "You mean a Gothic Castle?" He's like, "That's the one." And so I was like, "The glass."
Is that how? That's where this came from. All right. These last few movies, Hitman's Bodyguard, Logan Lucky, haven't seen, which I'm interested with.
The Hitman's Logan Lucky I've heard really good things about. The Hitman's Bodyguard is interesting because I don't care if you have a bad movie. What I do care is if I'm watching YouTube videos and I can't skip your trailer, and every YouTube video I click on is your goddamn trailer. It's so bad. It's so stupid. I hate it.
Birth of the Dragon I heard was supposed to be good.
27%.
27%. Leap, don't care about it. That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah, it's
really bland summer. I mean, we had Spider-Man, which was good, Wonder Woman, which was fine, Dunkirk, which was incredible, and Baby Driver, which was really good.
Well, it's interesting. All those movies are done by directors who have some talent.
Yeah.
So it's like
take a note. You know what I mean?
Take a note. Yeah. That's the point. Is people like again what I was talking about earlier. You announce a movie and you don't announce the director. It doesn't matter because it's like this.
Yeah,
the director
like a Jabba the Hutt movie.
Factor.
Directed by Edgar Wright.
Yeah, sure. Why
has
not?
Potential to be really good.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, why not? Exactly.
If who would I want to direct a Jabba the Hutt movie? Probably, I would want it to be really wacky and out there. So I'd probably want like fucking Baz Luhrmann or something like that. God, yeah. Romeo plus Juliet, but it's Jabba the Hutt. I would love that. That'd be so fun.
Do you want to do our opinions from the future?
Yeah.
Opinions from the future.
Woo!
I think when I think about 5 years from now, and I think about
5 years from the 5 years it's already been.
5 years. That's already
It's already 5 years.
Oh shit!
from
That's
then.
10 years.
Yeah, dude, 10 years from now.
Years from
That's
now.
so far in the future.
God. Well, yeah, I haven't prepared for that. I gotta start investing in stocks.
Yeah, investing in those.
That's what adults do, right?
How was that Jabba the Hutt movie?
It was good. It was good. It was. I think that the thing I liked the most about it was like I was expecting a crime thriller, and instead I got kind of like a ballet movie, which is weird. Like
Jabba the Hutt with that one ballet.
it was kind of like Black Swan. It was
Black. Yeah. It was the same director, so.
Darren Aronofsky directed the new Jabba the Hutt. Yeah. That's actually great. That's so fun.
I'd be okay with that. I was okay with that, I should say. Yeah.
Where did Darren Aronofsky go?
I don't know. He's doing something else, isn't he?
I feel like he directed Noah and everyone was like, get the fuck out of here.
No, he's making Mother.
Oh.
Anyway, he made Mother, we should say. This is Opinions from the Future, is it not? What else were we talking about 5 years ago? That time?
12 Feet Deep.
12 Feet Deep was a hit.
It was a hit, smash hit.
Smash hit.
It came out on VOD and had such a huge release.
What I really appreciated was that because of how long it was, they did that intermission.
Oh, yeah.
And they let you get up and go stretch your legs, come back, see what happens. Man. I didn't think I could watch a 4-hour-long movie of someone being stuck in a pool, but I showed me.
Well, I didn't see, the acid trip scene was cool when the janitor laced the pool water.
Oh yeah, because he just dropped in that little hole. Spoiler alert! And it kind of like fizzled
out like
water.
Alka-Seltzer. That's how LSD works.
Yeah. It's the new branch of LSD.
There's a lot of old people, a lot of senior citizens are like, I want to take LSD, but that's unless you can put it in my water glass at night.
And it goes and fizzles out. Yeah.
Tastes like Canada Dry. That's how I imagine it would taste, like Canada Dry.
LSD. Yeah. Oh my god. We think that 5 years is a lot longer than it is. There's already a new brand of LSD. All the old people. All right. Thanks for listening to this episode.
It's like diphtheria or something.
We'll be back next week with Tyler. I've been talking to some people. We'll hopefully get a guest on within the next month.
Yeah, diversify our bonds.
I'd like to have Michael Dow on here, Professor Michael Dow.
Oh, yeah.
And do a whole segment on horror film.
That'd be awesome. That'd be so
I know
fun.
he's interested, so maybe sooner than later.
Yeah.
If you like this, you can
just like, subscribe,
share it. Maybe share it. I don't even care if you subscribe. Just share it and maybe subscribe too.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Smash that like button.
Smash that.
Slam it.
Classic.